Namaste everyone, welcome to Namami Life. I'm Aparna and in today's session we're going to work on lower back issue. So lower back pain is one of the most common problems which everyone faces and mostly women get this issue a lot. So in today's class we're going to be doing all these postures which is going to help you release the tension from the lower back and also release the pain in certain manner. So basically you'll have to constantly keep doing these stretching and strengthening exercises to see a result, for example. So why do we get lower back pain? So there can be a lot of reasons for lower back pains and there's not one simple answer for this. It could be something as simple as you not holding a correct posture in your day-to-day lives, which is while working, while cooking, while sitting, while sleeping. Sleeping is very important because we spend a lot of time on bed, which is near about 8 hours or something, and we're mostly keeping our spine in a constant twisted manner, which is probably you're not sleeping right for a long period of time, which can be from somewhere about 7 hours to 8 hours. So which can injure your spine, which can sprain your spine, which can result in back pain as well. So this is one of the very basic reason where you can have back pains because of not holding the correct posture in your day-to-day life. There are other reasons as well, which is, for example, you've had an injury, there's a trauma, you've pulled your back, you've sprained your back, you've picked up something in a wrong way. So basically there is an injury which has affected your back as well. And there are other reasons as well, and the reasons just go beyond. There's so many reasons for having back pains, and like I mentioned before, it is one of the common issues and common problems in our lives as of today. So some of the reasons could also be that your spine is not aligned. You could have left and right side misalignment. Your one side is short and one side is longer. Something could lead to scoliosis. It's just one of those things which we are not aware of as much, but we're constantly putting our spine into too much of stress. Your work module, your work schedule, whatever you're working, your work jobs could also be one of the reasons. So probably your work requires you to sit for long hours, like you probably doing a 9 to 5 hours of desk job. Probably your work requires you to stand for a long time, so those could also be reasons for having a back pain. Now, these are physical issues. There is something beyond this also which people fail to acknowledge and register, which is also psychological issues. So if you're depressed, if you're anxious, you're suffering through anxiety, you're going through a lot of stress, and you're taking a lot of stress and attention, that could also result in back pain, because usually we tend to stiffen our muscles and hold ourselves tight when we are stressed and holding tension in our bodies, which results in injury again. So if your muscles are stiff, it automatically goes onto your back, and that back becomes injured, or you pull your back or you sprain your back. So these are the things. So without further explaining it more and taking a lot of time into the issue of back pain, we'll start the flow. The idea is for you to understand that this is one of the common issues, and we face it from somewhere low intensity to high intensity. Everybody goes through this. So it is a good class for everybody who's going through a back pain issue, be it minor or acute, or if you have anybody in your family, your relatives, your friends, whoever is going through a back pain issue, you can save this class for them as well, and we will begin the flow for it. So sit comfortably. We will start with one chant of Om. You can sit in Vajrasana or cross-legged position, however you prefer. And palms facing up on your lap. Slowly and gently close your eyes. Get your awareness to your breath. After a deep inhalation with me, we'll chant one Om. Inhale. Slowly and gently open your eyes and lie down flat on your backs. So we'll rest nicely, completely rest your back on the mat. And we'll begin from this position. So from here, get your feet together, closer to the hips. Your arms can be on the side of your body. I'm not stretching them out because the angle is such that I do not have much space. So I'm going to keep it in a cactus position, but you can spread the hands out. And just melt your lower back on the floor. We'll do Markatasana. This is going to release the tension from the back. So this is going to be a warm-up for your back flow. You can say like that. So from there, inhale. Exhale, drop both the knees towards the left side. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, drop the knees to the right side. Your left foot is on top of the right foot. And vice versa when you go on to the other side. Inhale. Exhale, drop it to the left side. Inhale. Exhale. Drop it to the other side. Just releasing the tension. You're making your spine a little bit more mobile and flexible. So this is like a warm-up for the spine, as I said. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, relax. Now widen the distance of your feet. So it could be like shoulder width apart. Inhale, exhale, drop both the knees to the left side. This time your right knee will come on top of the left knee. Inhale, exhale, drop the knees to the right side. This time left knee will come on top of the right ankle. So over here you might start to feel a little pinch or a sensation on your lower back, especially on your right hip and also on the left psoas muscle. So just feel into the sensation and relax there. You don't need to push yourself or try and go all the way down towards the floor. Wherever your knees reach, just be there. We're only trying to release the stress and create some mobility over here. It's not about how the posture looks like. It's not about how deep you go. Inhale, come back up. Exhale to the left side. Inhale, exhale, last time, drop it to the right side and just relax. Inhale, come back to the center, exhale, relax. Now stretch the right leg in front of you and take the left knee in. Grab the shin and just try and take the knee towards the chest. Now the idea is to only let the lower back completely round and melt onto the mat and relax the lower back. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Often when we get these kind of back aches or any kind of aches, we try and distract ourselves. We try and look at it as something which is very negative. I'm not saying it is something very pleasant, but we try and run away from it and we kind of resist it and feel really averse to it. Whereas in your yoga practice, it teaches you how to really be in the moment and how to accept your pains. Release the left leg down. Inhale, raise the right knee up and right knee to the chest. Exhale there. And we'll hold this for a few breaths. Now notice that the lower back is melting onto the floor. There's a slight rounding of the back. So in yoga, we learn how to accept the pain, how to be with it, and how to relax there. It's only when you acknowledge that there is something, when you look at it something of your own, as your own, is when you try and nurture it, when you try and work on it. So instead of running away from it, you really try and understand your body. You really try and know the deep root, the deep cause of what's happening with your body. You really try and cultivate this love for your body. This is from my personal experience. If there is anything which happens in my body personally, I really like to look at it very closely. I be with it instead of running to tablets, medicines and all of that. I understand that it is the rhythm, it is the signal, it is the sign from my body that it needs some care and attention. There's something going wrong and I really need to give it some love. Alright, slowly release the right leg down and take the feet closer to the hips. Hands on the side of your hips, palms facing down. Slowly you're going to raise your pelvis up. But if you have too much of back pain and you're not able to raise it all the way up, wherever you reach, just stay there. Exhale down. One more time, inhale, lift up. So you could be here or even here. That's completely normal. The idea is to not raise it all the way up. The idea is to create that strength on your lower back. Exhale down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale, lift up. And this time we'll stay here for a few breaths. So wherever you are, even if you're down or up, just hold the posture. Completely stretching the front body and also strengthening the lower back. So one of the most important reasons, primary reasons for having a back pains is also that our muscles around that area are not flexible enough and even strong enough to twist in these day-to-day normal postures that we do. So we really need to strengthen and stretch the muscles around the back area. Inhale, exhale, relax. Now slowly take both the knees up to the chest. If you want, you can grab the shin. And just gently massaging the lower back. You can do a gentle movement of curling in your tailbone completely, knees to the chest. Exhale, relax the lower back on the mat. Inhale up, exhale down. Now see if you can try and grab the elbows from the opposite sides and just sway from side to side. Whatever feels comfortable for you. There is no particular way that the pose should look like. There's no particular way that the movement should go like. Just listen to your body and whatever feels good. Stay with it, stick with it. Come back up and relax your legs. Now you can turn around on your stomach. So whatever we did right now, you can actually increase the counts. You can stay there for longer. You can do that for a couple of more times. I'm just doing it 1 or 2 times because if somebody has a lot of back pain, then it's not advisable to do these poses for a long period. Just giving 10-20 minutes of your everyday is good enough. Alright. So what we did before this was stretching the back. Now we're going to strengthen it a little bit. So you can keep your chin or your forehead on the floor, palms on the side of your body, on the side of your hips. And you're going to slowly, keeping your knees straight, thighs engaged, you're going to slowly raise your right leg up. Your toe will be pointed. So you don't have to go all the way up. Just a little bit, like this much is okay. Even if you're here is fine. We're only trying to strengthen the lower back. So let's begin. Inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, down. Inhale, raise the left leg up. Exhale, down. Right leg. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale. Now notice that your hip doesn't start to turn out. So don't try and go too much up, because then you'll try and you'll turn your hip out in order to reach up. Just square your hip down, your belly button is facing down, point your toe and just be as much as you can. Just be wherever you can reach. Exhale, down. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, down. One more time, last time. Inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, down. Left leg. And down. Now the last one, I'm again reminding you don't have to go all the way up. This time we'll try and raise both the feet, both the legs up. Just half an inch above the floor is also fine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Lift up. You can exhale and relax, or you can hold it there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Relax. Now you can get your palms forward, slowly slide back into child's pose. For your child's pose, turn your knees out, spread your fingers wide and walk your hands forward. As if you're trying to take your belly to the floor, and simultaneously you're walking forward and lengthening and stretching the spine completely. Take this moment, take this opportunity to relax completely, release any tension if there is anything you're holding on to, just let it go. Letting your hips completely melt onto your heels. Your knees are widening. Your belly is naturally gravitating towards the mat. Your back is stretching. Your shoulders are opening. Completely relax here. Do not engage any muscle, any body part. Let the spine take its neutral, natural position. Releasing the tension, the stress from the lower back. Like I mentioned before, one of the most important reasons is also that if you hold tension in your mind and in your body, it stays in your back. If you hold any emotions, any negative emotions, any trauma, it automatically resides on the lower spine. So it's very important to just relax, do not overthink, completely surrender to the flow of the practice and the flow of life. From here, slowly, very slowly and gently roll yourself up and sit up in Vajrasana. Now come on to your fours. We'll do a few cat and cow. By now, hopefully that your spine has gotten a little warmed up and relaxed. So you can go into cat and cow and really use this movement to stretch and explore the mobility of your spine. From here, your shoulders are aligned on top of your wrist and your hips are aligned on top of your knees. Inhale, slowly, as if you're sagging your belly in and taking your sit bones up to the sky. So you're letting your lower back make the movement. Simultaneously, you're opening your chest, opening the shoulders and gaze up. Exhale. Now again, you'll curl in your tailbone, round your lower back first and let the movement take your vertebrae by vertebrae, take your upper back down. Inhale, arching the lower back, sit bones up to the sky. Open the chest, gaze up. Exhale, round your lower back, tuck your tailbone in, rounding your upper back and take your chin to the chest. Inhale, arch your back. Gaze up. Exhale, rounding your back. Last time. Inhale, open your heart, arch up, gaze up. Take your sit bones up to the sky, feeling a nice sensation on your lower back. Exhale, completely round your lower back, tuck your tailbone in and chin to the chest. Slowly come to a neutral position and slide back and sit into Balasana, Child's Pose. This time you'll take your hands on the side of your hips, rounding your back completely. Keep your forehead to the floor. Just relax your entire body here. Relax your arms. Relax your hips. Relax your head. And relax your lower back. Slowly roll yourself up. And this time, let's sit in cross-legged position. So hopefully your back is feeling better. If you felt any kind of stiffness before you started the class, by now your back should be slightly more mobile. So let's sit in Sukhasana, and from here, inhale, take the right hand, slide the right hand down towards the right side of the mat. Exhale, take the left hand up and let's try and make circles. So this time, your right hand will come up and come back up. The similar movement on the other side, slide your left hand down towards the left side of the mat. Exhale, take the right hand over your shoulders and make circles. Inhale, come up. And the other side, inhale, exhale, round your back and allow your spine, your arms to draw circles. Inhale, up, exhale. On the other side, inhale, exhale, round your spine and allow your hands to draw circles. Now don't worry about reaching the floor with your fingertips. If you're up in the air, that's completely normal. Inhale, slide your right hand down. Exhale and make circles. On the other side, inhale, exhale. Inhale, come back up, exhale. Last time, very slow. Inhale, slide the right hand down. Exhale and slowly let's make circles. Rounding the back completely. Inhale, exhale. And let's finish the set on the other side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, relax. Alright. So this was it for today's class. These were a few movements which really helps you release the tension and relax the lower back. It helps you really work on that lower back pain. I'm a live example of it. I used to have a lot of lower back pain, and especially when I used to get my sciatica nerve issue. So I have this sciatica problem when my nerve gets pinched, when it travels all the way down to the leg, and then I start getting these lower back pains. When I started my yoga practice, and like I mentioned before, when I started to class over regular practice, when you continue doing these practices, your lower back automatically starts to get more flexible, more mobile and strengthened, so you can help to release this back pain. So we'll end the practice over here. I hope this class was helpful. Please save this class. You can share it with your friends, your family members, whoever has back pains. It will really help them a lot. Also, the class is not about back bends, so there's not a lot of stretch. So it's not like really stretching and going very deep, because that's not advisable if you have back pains. In fact, you should postpone your back bend practices if you're suffering with a back pain issue, which I had to do. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the class. Thank you for joining in. If you have any questions, please leave it on the comment section in the post.